Dirt road in the twilight, woods so cool and dark. Up ahead, pale neon, somewhere a dog barks. Honky tonk moon, keep shining on my baby and me. Breaking up the pool balls, chalking up the cues. That jukebox pumping softly, lazy summer blues. Honky tonk moon, keep shining on my baby and me. Through the blue smoky haze, all through the days, troubles seem to melt away. My heart's on a roll, I'm easy in my soul. There's no hurry, no worry, things are going my way. Well, hello again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Maxwell Ivey, Max to my friends, Mr. Midway to some of you. And this is the second episode of the Midway Showcase. And I'm continuing to call it the Caliope Corner until something better comes along. And on this episode, we will be talking about the Sky Coaster ride that used to be at the Opryland Park in Nashville, Tennessee. For those of you who aren't familiar with what a Sky Coaster is, it's an attraction where riders are winched up to the top of a tower and then dropped off of it. They swing back and forth at the end of a steel cable until gravity brings them to a stop. It's meant to give people the illusion of flight. The first Sky Coaster was designed by Michael Kitchen and Ken Bird back in 1992. They decided to build an attraction that would give people the feeling as if they had jumped out of a plane with a parachute. And the plan was to design a ride that's as exciting as a bungee jump, but as safe as riding one of the horses on the merry-go-round. The ride is currently being produced by Ride Entertainment Group out of Utah. They have several manufacturing centers across the country where they produce the components, and then they bring it all together on the owner's location to assemble the ride. These rides came in two different styles, the lattice and the monopole. The lattice versions come in single and double towers and range from 100 feet on up to 180 feet. The monopole towers also can have single or double towers, and they range anywhere from 100 feet on up to the 300-foot giant one that's currently operating in Kissimmee, Florida. The one we're going to talk about today was at Opryland Park in Nashville. It's a double tower, 173-foot version, lattice style, and it had the capacity of handling 3 flyers on each tower, or a total of 6 at a time. Now, this ride was unusual for 2 reasons. One, because it was the first ride at Opryland and one of the first in the country to offer an on-ride video of the customers instead of just taking a photo at the end of the ride. Also, this ride did not belong to Opryland. It was operated by an independent company that had an agreement to use the space. So in addition to your general admission price, you also had to pay to ride the Sky Coaster. These are referred to as upcharge attractions or upcharge rides. And while they're very common today at amusement parks and family entertainment centers, they were a brand new idea back in 1995. Now, this one charged $25 per rider and took approximately 5 minutes to load, go through the flight, unload, and be ready for the next rider. So at that, it would give a possible capacity of 72 per hour and a potential gross of up to $1,800 an hour with ideal conditions. Now, I mention that because that was in 1995. I can't honestly say whether you could charge more or would have to charge less than that in today's market. Next, I'm going to show you the video from 1996 when this ride was still in operation at Opryland. And after the video, I'll come back and tell you something about the safety features and suggest some possible locations and applications for the ride. hope you enjoyed the video. These rides are designed to be very safe attractions. For example, the flight suit that you see the riders wearing, that's very similar to ones used by hang gliders and is actually manufactured by a parachute company. And the 3-ring release system is identical to those used by parachute jumpers. The steel cables are capable of holding well over 9,000 pounds, far in excess of the weight of the riders that it has to carry. And in addition to the safety features, just before this ride was dismantled, the owners replaced the roll-on, roll-off method of getting the riders hooked up with a hydraulic scissor lift system. The roll-on, roll-off carts would be similar to like a rollaway jetway that you see at regional airports. The ride was installed in 1995 at a cost of $750,000. I'm told that in the last year of the park in 1997, it grossed over $900,000. Again, that was at a cost of $25 per rider, and in today's market, you may have to definitely think about what you would be able to charge for the ride, for photos, videos, and other merchandise based on the ride. And now I'd like to say a couple things about the condition. The structure of the ride, I basically think it should be okay. It may need to be pressure washed and painted, but it should be structurally sound. The steel cables were made either from galvanized steel or stainless steel, so as far as their physical condition, there's no reason to replace them. But if it were my ride, I would want the peace of mind of using new cable. The flight suits and other safety stuff is long since past its expiration date. If not for safety, then for current regulations, it would have to be replaced. The scissor lifts are on a hydraulic system, and as long as they've been in storage, I believe that you'd probably be looking at things like replacing hydraulic fluid, redoing seals, possibly having to replace the electric motor that runs the hydraulic pumps. As far as the winch, there's a good chance they could be totally fine, or just as good a chance they may have to be completely replaced. I prefer to, be as honest as I can with you. One other thing is the park closed in 1997 in December, but I have heard reports that the ride was still on the location until 2006 or 2007 due to a dispute between the owners of the ride and Opryland. I personally don't see how that would affect the decision to buy it because there's no current legal entanglements of any kind. The ride is currently in storage in Tennessee and ready to be shipped to a new location. The buyer would have to arrange to have it loaded into containers, shipped to a port, or trucked over road to get it to their location and then have it installed. The Midway Marketplace doesn't currently offer that service, but I would be more than happy to help you locate a qualified ride installer to help you with the whole process and to give you estimates on the costs involved. And now as far as the ride, I think it has lots of possibilities. Naturally, it could be added to an amusement park, or it could become part of a larger family entertainment center. This would definitely be a thrill ride for a lot of the smaller neighborhood style parks. The other thing is you could use it as the centerpiece to start a brand new park. And I could also see it at tourist areas like a ski lodge or near a canyon or gorge, or even lakeside or down by the beach somewhere. Anywhere where you get lots of teenagers and young adults that love a challenge, love an adrenaline rush, this thing is going to attract crowds and win money. And if you have any questions about the Sky Coaster, feel free to give me a call, 979-215-1770, or send me an email, maxwell@midwaymarketplace.com. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for stopping by. I know your time is valuable, and I hope you got something out of this presentation. If you think you have a home for the Sky Coaster, or if you'd like to talk to me about any of the other equipment listed on the Midway Marketplace, then please feel free to give me a call or send me an email. Again, that's 979-215-1770, Maxwell at midwaymarketplace.com, or just go to midwaymarketplace.com and use the contact form. Also, I encourage you to connect with me on any of the major social media networks. If you connect or follow me, I'll definitely connect or follow you back. I believe that you never know where your next good friend or good idea is going to come from, so I like to be open. Naturally, I want to eventually do these videos on location with the ride owners, but at this time, these are the next best thing, and as long as I have good videos to work with, that's what I'm going to do. So if you have a ride for sale or a piece of amusement equipment of any kind, then get in contact with me. If you have photos and videos, or if you have enough photos where we can do a good slideshow, then we'll put together a presentation and get you on the Midway's showcase. Also, if you want to call in via Skype, or if you live in the Houston area and you want to come by and visit me in person so that we can do an interview segment for the showcase, I would love to hear from you. And if you would like to support the Midway and my effort to get this show out on the road and meet and greet everybody in person, then be sure and click the donate button on the website. It takes you to PayPal, and you can use PayPal or a regular credit card. Any amount will be appreciated, and it all goes towards getting the YouTube show going. And I believe that it eventually will not only benefit my clients, but also give me an opportunity to showcase the amusement industry in general, educate the public at large, and show people the hardworking families, men and women of the amusement industry. I look forward to talking to you again soon. And until then, take care out there. Thank you and goodbye.